This Sunday is the first Sunday of Lent in Year B. The first words of Jesus in Mark's Gospel were, "The time has come." We heard Jesus use those words to announce the start of his public teaching only 4 weeks ago. In the Gospel that week, the third Sunday of Ordinary Time, we heard those words and then what Jesus did next. He went and found the fishermen, Simon, Andrew, James, and John, at the Sea of Galilee. In this week's Gospel, we have a repeat. We hear those words, "The time has come," again. But this week, we hear what Jesus was doing immediately before that. He spent 40 days in the desert, tempted by the devil, among wild beasts, with angels assisting him. So, although the season of Lent comes just before Easter, when we remember the death and resurrection of Jesus, during Lent we remember what Jesus was doing before the start of his public work, about 3 years earlier. Traditionally, baptisms occurred at Easter, and the period in which candidates prepared for baptism became Lent. Lent is a time for fasting, for sacrifice, for going without. Lent is a time for thinking about what we can do better, preparation time. To symbolise these things, the priest and the altar wear purple or violet during Lent, the same colour they wore during Advent. During Lent, there will be fewer decorations in the church. There may be no decorations at all. Lent started on Ash Wednesday and ends on Holy Thursday. For those counting, that means the season of Lent actually lasts for 44 days. But the fasting during Lent excludes Sundays and continues into Good Friday and Holy Saturday, a total of 40 days. That length of time, the time that Jesus spent in the wilderness, is significant. The number 40 is used several times in the Old Testament to identify a period of very important change or growth. This Sunday's first reading is from Genesis, the first book of the Bible. God makes a promise to Noah at the end of the famous flood that also lasted for 40 days.